Hey guys, welcome back. So did you all enjoy the Infinite Warfare beta? Actually, no need to answer that, no need to comment. I've already seen the thousands of Infinite Warfare sucks videos on YouTube. That was enough for me. I only watched about one and thought, oh my god, day one and people are saying that this game, sorry not game, this beta sucks. The Infinite Warfare beta sucks. Tut. Anyway, I'm doing this commentary just to let you all know that this weekend, starting October 21st, is an open beta on PS4. And yes, you guys on Xbox One still have to go and redeem code to get the beta, but it's open for weekend 2 on the PS4. It's there now in the PS Store to go and download. After me getting all you guys your free beta codes and all that, they go and open it for weekend 2, but hey, whatever it is. Anyway, we finally got the beta after all the waiting around and staring at that main menu screen and waiting on other players to join lobby. We got ourselves a beta. Well, kind of beta slash demo. Now, in my opinion, it's a beta because a beta gives the developers Infinity Ward a chance to test out a few new things here and there. Almost like a trial and error, so to speak. And I'm pretty sure many of you will agree, we're focusing more so on the error side of trial and error. But this is what a beta is for, to try out new things. And I do think that's what Infinity Ward did this weekend, was a few little trial and error things. They did talk about the matchmaking, a new matchmaking system, which for the beta didn't necessarily work too well. So we're going to have to wait and see how it works come launch. So this beta, it did have many issues. But just to let you know, this commentary is not going to be a rant about the Infinite Warfare beta and the whole hashtag RIP COD thing. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon, so do not worry. That might have to wait until November 4th or after it anyway, because I'm not giving my opinion on the game just yet. Not on a weekend long beta. Now don't get me wrong, I obviously want Infinite Warfare to be a good game, as many of you do as well. For me, I thought Black Ops 3 was a fantastic Call of Duty. It took time, but it became a good Call of Duty. Can Infinity Ward top that this year? That is the million-dollar question. Basing it on the beta that we just played at the weekend, I'd say no. But bearing in mind it's just a beta, I strongly believe that they can sort out some of the issues. It might take them some time. It took Treyarch quite a few months to sort out some of the issues. There were numerous patch updates and nerfs and buffs and lots of different things, but they got there. It took time. This community probably isn't the most patient, whether it takes them up to Christmas to fix the game. Hell, they could come out November 4th and it could be completely different. As I say, this was just a beta. It's a stress test for the servers, a matchmaking system that they want to integrate into the game. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. This is what a beta is for. So guys, just chill out a little bit and wait for November 4th before you make your mind up, before you make your decision. Now for me, it's like I've invested so much into this game already. I've pre-purchased. Many of you know I am one stubborn mother trucker. As I say, I've invested my hard-earned cash into this game already. I've gone season pass, I've pre-purchased the game. They basically have my money now. I am balls deep, so to speak. There's no pulling out now. So for me, I'm hoping and praying that it does work out for the better. Now, I really don't want to base my opinion of Infinite Warfare just on a weekend-long beta. I will reserve my judgment until the launch of the full game on November 4th. But what I want to do in this commentary is give my thoughts on the beta and analysis of a few aspects of the game and give an insight to basically what the beta is really like. I suppose for those that didn't get to play the beta, for all you Xbox guys that are eagerly anticipating the arrival of this weekend so you can get hands on, and I hope it begins a little more efficiently and effectively this weekend than it did prior in the first weekend of the beta. I really hope there's no more sitting around for hours waiting on the game to start. It's gonna run a hell of a lot better this weekend because Infinity Ward have their shit together. I think it just took them by surprise, or so they say anyway. So basically what I'm going to talk about in this commentary is weapons and score streaks and maps and perks and a few of the things. Now, I'm not going to be biased towards Infinite Warfare since I am a Call of Duty fan, but I feel being a fan of the franchise gives my points and opinions a little bit more validity, or so I think anyway. So this may have been the longest intro ever. Let's get started. We're going to get started in the weapons. Assault rifles feel right in my opinion. I mainly use the NV4 simply because it's the first one we get to use, and well, for me I liked it, so I kind of stuck with it. Now my preferred setup, my class setup, I'm going to put up on the screen. This is not a tips and tricks or a best class setup. This is my preferred class setup. It suits me, it suits my gameplay. Most of you know I like to play stealthy, so for me silencer is a must, and I'm using the ELO sight, which I think is really good. I prefer this ELO sight. It looks really crisp and clean. I know I like the ELO sight in Black Ops 3, and I prefer it more so to the red dot sight in this game as well, so I stuck on the ELO sight. It works really well, it's nice and clean. I know in this gameplay you're not actually seeing it because I'm using the Karma 45, I think it is. It's one of the SMGs, and I do quite well in this game as well. I'm also using STALK, obviously for better strafing. It suits my gameplay. I had a go at all the weapons, and they all felt pretty good. There was none that I felt really OP, but I always found myself going back to the assault, this class setup here. Now don't get me wrong, the SMGs are pretty good in this game as well. As you see in this gameplay of Defender on Throwback, I'm using the Karma 45, and I do pretty well. I think I end up going 70 for something. I get 70 kills, a lot of deaths, but I think I did my best to edit out some of the really shit deaths. So it's always nice to get 70 kills. Obviously shotguns and LMGs are here as well. None that I found really OP or annoying as hell. In most cases, for me, you can't always blame the weapon. Now just think of the Gorgon in Black Ops 3. Run around with that thing and it's damn near impossible to use. It's a struggle to use, but find yourself a nice little camping spot and yeah, it's lights out for your opponents. So don't always blame the weapon, blame the player or the playstyle. It's not always the weapon's fault, it's the way that you use it. Now before we move off the weapons, the snipers. Oh, the snipers. Now I'm not going to say too much in this commentary because I have a commentary solely dedicated to the snipers, so keep a lookout for that. That might be a little bit more ranty. Moving on, score streaks that were in the beta, they weren't great, so to speak. We'll have a quick look through them. Obviously we have the familiar ones, the UAV, the counter UAV care package, or the drone package as it's called in this game. What I tend to run a few times is the Warden, essentially is the stealth chopper. It works pretty well. There's two ways to use it. You can go escort, which it basically follows you around the map, or you can set it, I think it's hold square on the PS4, and it works basically like a sentry in the air. I don't know how it works, but it did some work when I got it. I also use the RC8, I think it is, and the AP3X. They may be tough to get, obviously they're high-end streaks, but once you do get them, they do tend to do some work. The Thor, actually, the THOR, I didn't really like it. To be honest, I think it wasn't suited for most of the maps. I actually got it on the map Frost, and it just seemed there was too much cover. I couldn't do anything with it. It just seemed to be pretty useless in that map. Talking about maps, I like Throwback. This map you're watching in the background, it definitely was my favourite map of the beta. I think followed closely by Precinct. Actually, it worked pretty well. I know they dropped it in on day 2. I liked it. I liked the flow of the map. Frost for me isn't a bad map. I had some pretty decent gameplays on it, but I don't like Frontier. It's just too messy. It's close quarters. It didn't seem any flow to it. I've had a few good games on it, but I just didn't like it. It always seemed hard work, and man, that corridor down the middle is like Sniper Alley. Do not cross the corridor. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of guys just sitting at either side sniping down that map, but the thing is, there's pretty decent flank routes. You can run around them and pick them off. I think I got a few doubles and triples as well from guys just sitting at either side of the map. And just to let you know, for you guys that haven't played the beta yet, because this is an Infinity Ward game and obviously their last one was Call of Duty Ghosts, no need to panic. The maps aren't massive. They're nothing like the Call of Duty Ghosts maps, or at least the ones that we got in the beta anyway. They're simple 3-lane map layout, not too big. So that's good. Fingers crossed the maps that they showed us in the beta aren't just going to be the best maps, because to be fair, they weren't great. I really hope. I'm excited to see what maps they bring. They learned their lesson with ghosts. They were way too big. No flow whatsoever. Moving on to perks, we have the usual bunch. None of them I found too OP, but I think one thing this year Infinity Ward did well was each perk can actually be countered by another, and it shows you on the screen here as well what each perk does and what it counters. None of them in my opinion seemed really strong, apart from Ghost. Ghost this year, Infinity Ward decided to go back to being completely invisible to UAVs. Yes, you now no longer have to be moving for it to work. I don't know how that's going to work. I think they might decide to change it back, but we'll see. We'll see come launch. That may be a pain, but the thing is, UAV spams, they're everywhere. Every game, it's basically 400 to get a UAV, so maybe ghosts might be a necessity. So that might get interesting to say the least when the full game comes out. So that about wraps it up for this little taster of what the beta is really like, and there's going to be a lot more to come obviously over the next few days. So hope you all enjoyed my little breakdown of the beta. I'll be back with a few more regular commentaries soon, so thank you all so much for watching. I've been Higgsy007, see you all in the next one. Love you, bye.
Good job. Report to command for debrief.